This is the story of Corey SGG, a content creator with 4 million subscribers on YouTube. And I believe he lost some after he got arrested for kidnapping. And we'll let this news lady explain the story to you.
Well, new tonight, a YouTuber from Katy is wanted on kidnapping charges, accused of holding 2 young women against their will at gunpoint.
ABC 13 reporter Jessica Willie is live. Jess, police believe he's now left the country.
Yeah, only because he posted that on social media. Corey Pritchett is now charged with 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping. The victims told police he terrorized them as he drove up and down I-10 here. Then 2 weeks later, he flew to Doha on his way to Dubai.
I've been sitting here, I just been waiting for the FBI and Houston police to pick me up.
Corey Pritchett mocking his legal troubles in a video he posted on TikTok from Dubai. The 25-year-old YouTuber with nearly 4 million subscribers also writing, quote, "See y'all when I get out." In the 3-page document.
Now, let's go back to the see you when you get out. Everybody want to see me behind bars for accusations I didn't do. I know God got me. Love all my supporters. They can't keep me down. Now, the allegations he is facing are extremely serious. And it's 2 witnesses to corroborate it, but I'll let the news continue the story.
When I get out. In the 3-page document detailing the charges against him, there are only serious accusations. According to Houston police, Pritchett is wanted for 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping, meaning with a gun, and it all started at this gym in Southwest Houston. It's here at All In Sports Performance Gym on November 23rd, where he met up with 2 young women ages 19 and 20 for a 15-hour ordeal that began innocently enough. First with a workout, then a TV outing.
It looks like a date. You go to the gym, you meet these baddies at the gym. Gym has cameras. Work out, go on a date. Then you go bowling.
Followed by bowling, all spelled out in the court document. Later, the victims told police, quote, there was a complete change in behavior. He thought someone was after him. Instead of taking them home, they say he sped west on I-10 at 100 miles an hour, pointed a gun at them, took their phones and said, quote, "I'm going to expletive y'all and then kill y'all."
Now, what the news doesn't know is because they don't have the streets is talking. And oftentimes the news doesn't get the story. Well, what happened with these 2 ladies is he has people, his quote unquote ops. I don't know if you got 4 million subs and you got ops. Well, he accused, the ops showed up at the bowling alley. He saw his ops. He left with them, then accused them of working with the ops to set him up. That's why it's really no context behind him pulling the blicky out on them and saying he's going to delete them. That's something that the news, they may not be privy to.
Document. Later, the victims told police, quote, there was a complete change in behavior. He thought someone was after him. Instead of taking them home, they say he sped west on I-10 at 100 miles an hour, pointed a gun at them, took their phones and said, quote, "I'm going to expletive y'all and then kill y'all."
Because he thought that they were working with the people he would believe was his ops.
But he stopped on the side of the road, records state, ordered them out of the car, saying, quote, "This is your only opportunity." The women told police they walked for an hour before someone pulled over to let them call 911. Pritchett was charged the day after Christmas. Because of his social media posts, HPD confirmed he had already taken a flight to Doha on December 9th. Over the weekend, Pritchett with a
He left the country on my birthday, oh my goodness,
flurry of online
let's read some of these because I think these are very revealing, like some of his posts.
Because of his social media posts, HPD confirmed he had already taken a flight to Doha on December 9th. Over
See y'all when I
the
get
weekend,
out.
Pritchett with
I'll kidnap my kids, and I haven't been since last year before I kidnapped 2 girls that was trying to set me up. Okay, and have me killed, shaking my head. So there it goes right there. And yeah, he did flee to Dubai. I don't know why he came back.
the flurry of online activity. This post Sunday on X.
If I kidnap my kids that I haven't been able to see since last year before I kidnapped these 2 white girls that was trying to set me up. Hey, man, black man's kryptonite.
Where the white women at?
Defending himself, quote, "I'll kidnap my kids that I haven't been able to see since last year before I kidnapped 2 white girls that was trying to set me up and get me killed."
Well, the thing is, if you're in someone's car, you say, hey, I want to get out the car, and they say no, that's kidnapping right there. That's kidnapping.
And Pritchett does not have an attorney of record just yet. Court records state he flew on a one-way ticket, so it's unclear whether there have been any conversations about flying back to the U.S. and turning himself in. We're live in West Houston tonight.
So after he fled, he eventually came back. Ninja came back. Someone said they probably froze his funds, perhaps, or maybe he just wanted to take accountability and get this past him and not be looking in Dubai with his, over his shoulder for some U.S. Marshal or somebody to come arrest this ninja.
4:30, the YouTuber accused of kidnapping 2 women in Houston back in November today went before a judge.
Yeah, investigators saying that Corey Pritchett Jr. promised to take 2 women home, but instead started driving towards San Antonio, claiming someone was after him. The women say he threatened them with a gun, fired shots out of the car, and confiscated their phones.
In jail, county jail. And he's since been released, and we got some new court documents that I'll show you later.
Investigators say he kicked the victims out of the car along I-10 near Sealy in the middle of the night and then fled the country.
He did purchase a one-way ticket about a week after.
It's like some ADA.
The incident, posted on social media. He was starting a new life in Dubai. And then I think about last week, he flew back into Houston, and that's when he was apprehended.
Pritchett, who posts about his family, music, career, and more, has nearly 4 million subscribers.
Now, here's the latest update, right? So this ninja.
So previously, I reported that Corey
is out on bond, right? They set it at $200,000. He tried to argue to get it down, but wasn't able to. And let's hear the tea room with the update, because they actually got some court docs. Shout out to them.
He was set to appear in court on the 21st, but due to inclement weather in Houston, he actually appeared in court yesterday on the 23rd. So now, according to court documents, it appears that Corey may have asked for a lower bond.
Corey Pritchett is charged with 2 counts of aggravated kidnapping at Thursday's morning's court appearance. His attorney asked the judge to lower his bond. The judge denied the request and kept his bond at $100,000 on each charge, so $200,000 total because it's 2 charges. After prosecutors argued that Pritchett posed a flight risk, which he 100% does pose a flight risk, considering he did buy a ticket to Dubai.
States at Thursday morning's court appearance, his attorney asked the judge to lower his bonds. The judge denied the request and kept the bonds at $100,000 on each charge after prosecutors argued that Pritchett posed a flight risk, which just means they're afraid that he's going to run and not return back to court. So now also more paperwork filed that Corey is appointed a public defender.
This is bad. I get that you think God got you, but your defense, you want to pay for that ish. You go with a public defender, you're probably going to get cooked by the prosecution. Probably going to get cooked. You take whatever money you got and you pay a good attorney.
After Corey has been marked as being indigent, which just means he qualifies to have this public defense.
Means he broke. He broke. Ain't no way in hell I got 4 million subscribers and I'm broke. If I get 4 million subscribers, I'm Scrooge McDuck and I'm buying another Tesla. All right. And I'm going to get the Tesla I really want, not the one I can afford.
Because he doesn't have the money to pay for an actual lawyer. Now, Corey's next court date is on April 9th. Corey and his lawyer asked the court to appoint an investigator on the case. Now, this just means that Corey won't have to pay for it and the courts will pay. Says came on to be considered the motion for appointment of investigator for defendant Corey Pritchett in these cases.
Now, this is actually a good motion to file because you got their word versus his. Now, if he can, one, pinpoint if his ops were truly at the bowling alley that caused him to get paranoid, that's good for him. But if he can prove 2 things, if he can prove, yes, his ops were at the bowling alley, he was paranoid, and 2, the women actually know his ops. Then that's probably the only way he could potentially beat the case, as he could say, hey, I was in fear for my life. But even then, it's 2 white women. It's going to be an uphill battle. But he need to prove those 2 things off rip, or it does just look, he will just come off as being paranoid and kidnap these women temporarily.
Upon consideration of the motion and argument of the counsel, it has hereby been granted. The court hereby authorizes defense counsel Neal to secure a private investigator services for the defendant in order to assist the defendant's counsel in representing the defendant in their case. So here they're just stating that they're granting $3,600 for the payment of this private investigator. So definitely a smart move for them to ask for an investigator and to get the courts to pay for it. Now, Corey is claiming he did not do this and he gave his full side of the story.
It's one thing to say you didn't do it, but they were definitely in your car. If they never got in the car, maybe you can say that, but they were definitely in the car.
On those TikTok videos. So maybe there's something there where Corey could possibly get this case dismissed. So now, in the middle of recording this video, I did get news that Corey has officially made bond and he has been released from jail. Now, if you guys remember back to those bond conditions that I told you guys in a previous video, that Corey will be on an ankle monitor and cannot leave Harris County unless he get it approved by the courts. He also had to give up his passport, so he's unable to travel out of the country. But now let's move on to this next topic with Armand and
now
That nigga is guilty.
I think we all knew he was guilty, you know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate though, man. Really, I think it's unfortunate just because you work so hard. You know how hard you got to work to get 4 million subscribers? And I imagine it wasn't easy. It's not like it's not going to come overnight. But 4 million subscribers, throw it all the way within a minute because you're paranoid. It happens. It happens, and this eye is killing me. It's probably going to be closed by the end of the stream. But what do you guys think of Corey Pritchett? You know, here's the thing, man. When you are leaving, I get that he took the women there. He could have ordered them an Uber and then pieced out. Easy peasy. Hey, here's $50 for an Uber. Here's some cash for an Uber. Here's something. Hey, y'all be okay. And if you watch Coach Greg Adams, it'll say aftercare, but you want to make sure the party you came with there at least have a way home, not kick them out on the freeway in the middle of the day, because one, it's going to look bad. So any judge or jury looking at these facts may look at him in a different light, considering he kicked 2 women out on a freeway that he brought there. So I think it's GG for him. I think it's game over. I don't know what type of jail sentence he's facing, but I imagine it's going to come with some years. If anything, hey, if they offer you a plea deal, Ninja, you better take it. A plea deal with no jail time, take it. But let me know what y'all think of this. A guy with 4 million subscribers throws it all away because he thought the women were working with his ops. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. All right, let's go.